And standing by with an expert and some lockdown love tips.
That's right. Joining us this morning, we have Monica Zan. She is a relationship expert down in Los Angeles, also a life coach there. Now, many people are spending time with their loved ones in quarantine, especially their significant other. It can get a little bit rocky, but you got some great and helpful tips on how to keep that spark alive. Tell us more about that.
So there's a few different ways to really help people when they're in tight quarters. You know, we're used to being able to have the freedom and flexibility to go wherever we want. But with these certain circumstances right now, having time to really spend with each other is important. So what do we do at that time? Well, doing new things is a really important way to connect and discover new things about each other. So one of the things my husband and I did is we did a master class with Gordon Ramsay, and we cooked an amazing meal together. So there are a lot of ways to do new things together. It will help you get your life going and your partnership fresh.
I got a question. What if your partner or significant other is a little hesitant about something you want to suggest? How do you sort of convince them to give it a try?
Well, I think that some of it is the element of surprise. Like sometimes you're doing something that they don't expect, and so there's that newness to it. And then there's also asking questions before. That's another tip that I have, is talking to each other. You know, this is a time where you can really be busy and distracted from what's important. But if you take time to really talk with each other, ask each other the important questions that you may not have had time to do, or connect on things that have been topics that have been hot topics, now all of a sudden there's time to actually talk about it and to really listen to each other and reflect what you're hearing.
Absolutely. And you have another tip here. Go on a date night. Go out and enjoy some time, right?
Nights, making the best of every night doesn't require that you have to go out. You can throw out a blanket and make a little picnic in your living room. You can do special surprise things, and that's a way to really celebrate each and every moment and make something that's not special very, very special. You can have a romantic night together, watch a Netflix movie, and be intentional about the time you're spending. And then lastly is really filling your cup. You know, a lot of times we're in each other's space now because we're not used to not being able to get outside like we want to. So being able to fill your cup, having that alone time, meditating, having a time to do your own thing, and then coming back to the relationship and sharing with your partner, what did you learn about yourself, or what's something new that you're excited to try together?
Yes, totally makes sense. We got about 30 seconds. Quick question though, when is there a best time to sort of go and ask your partner to do these things, or even if you have something a little, I guess, heated to talk about, when's the best time to approach something like that?
I think it's very important to do that at a time when you are connecting. So to take that time and know, maybe when you're having a nice meal, maybe when you're not in the moment but outside of the moment. So taking some time, taking a breather, and then coming back and really sharing with each other so that you have that space to clear your mind and be available for the conversation.
Fantastic. I know there are so much more tips to share. What's a quick website that our viewers at home can check out and learn more about your helpful love tips, Monica?
You can check out janandmonica.com. That's JANANDMONIKA.com.
All right, we'll have that information on our screen and our website. Thank you for sharing all those love tips, and keep that love alive at home. All right, we got more coming up.